Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's our first Wednesday.
Holy
meeting.
cow.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's amazing.
Woohoo. We're running back to work.
All right, Mr. Bump and I have had a discussion.
This is really simple, I think.
Okay, he has, hopefully I remember this all.
Jeffrey Bump has been playing ping pong with his own.
Yes, well,
Right.
you issued a site plan review decision, and because the lot is non-conforming, he went to the zoning board of appeals. The zoning board of appeals looked at it and said,
Too big.
the building's too big, the lot is small, we think it should be scaled down a little bit. So Jeffrey has scaled down a little bit. And basically the bulk of the scale down was at the back of the building. He scaled it down about 800 square feet.
786 of RGFA, yeah.
Okay. I thought you told me 800.
I think it was around 800.
Okay.
The architect
So,
was 786.
And I actually think, based on my review of it, that it's a better looking building.
So this is
but that's the following for you guys. In any case, he's ping-ponged back to you, and this would involve an amendment of the plans that are referenced.
Yeah.
And I think in my memo to you that went out yesterday, it kind of highlighted a number of changes that were made. So he can go through them very quickly, yes? And it's mainly to the rear of the building, the rear and
The zoning board.
and the south side, which faces the street.
So this was the elevations that you guys saw and approved. And this is what
the hell we're gonna do?
zoning board asked me to do. So and most of it is just shortening the downhill side, pulling the first and second floor back, and narrowing this area.
That was originally 11 and is now
It's now
7.
7, right?
And then the back section of the building, which was originally 24, is now 21.
Right.
And some
The
changes
kitchen
on the
area is
back of the
narrowed.
building.
So on the right is the original, on the left is the new.
Yes, and the black magic marker is the new overlaid on the original.
The new almost
Wait a
looks
minute,
bigger
where's the
than the old.
detail with that big shed dormer that you have?
That's, well, that shows here. That's the big shed in the back.
Right.
This whole exercise is to make the building smaller.
Well, they wanted it smaller, but they also wanted it to look smaller. And they thought by the change of this details in back that it looks small. It looks more complicated, but I
Okay,
like it just the same.
so you went from a shed dormer on the right hand, on the
From
original?
the big shed dormer
Your big
to a
shed
smaller
dormer,
one,
So
and
now
then
it's a single
and then
dormer and a gable.
a gable porch on that section. They said it just looked like a 3.5-story
Okay,
building to them from the back and wanted it broken up.
Like the lower one on the right looks bigger to me, but I'm not saying it looks better or worse. It just looks bigger, but
Well, this back wall
Yeah.
used to be out here.
oh, so.
I mean, this was living space and now it's porch.
it doesn't. Looks,
And it's funny, yeah.
looks
it's
like it was
deceptive.
porch before.
Yeah.
I don't
Except the
get
windows
it.
look narrower and closer together, and actually the gable pitch looks like it's a lot steeper.
On those, if you look on the site plan, it's
That's all.
Well, if we approve it, then maybe we don't approve it. Maybe we make a couple of changes, and then he has to go back.
I don't have the old site plan. Do you have a copy of it? This is tight. This corner.
Well,
Here.
Which version is
This
this?
is the current version.
The new version.
This corner used to be right on the setback.
If this is
So it shrunk that whole rear section.
It's going back to something
by,
similar
You know
but
what?
smaller.
You don't have an old and a new outline superimposed, do you?
can superimpose now.
Or even say nothing like what you did on the elevation?
What are we looking for?
So we already approved this. He wants the.
The landscape's all the same, engineering goes the same, it's a little less impervious because the garage moves forward 3 feet.
And you probably get to
I've
remove
got
some
the
of your
old
lighting,
plans.
huh?
Oh, great.
Someday.
Thank God for Robbie.
It's a smaller house. We're really gonna say no?
So, can we,
Well, but just because it's smaller doesn't mean.
Doesn't make it better, okay?
Well, I mean,
No, it
look
doesn't,
at the
it
roof
just makes it
lines.
smaller.
This makes it smaller.
Actually,
Are you seriously contemplating maybe saying no?
How big was this house? What?
You mean because of the hour?
No, because
How big was this?
if we
If it was 46, 30
if we say
something,
no,
Yeah.
and now
we
it's
send it back to the
38,
CBA.
47.
Okay, oh, so it's smaller.
why would we say no?
I mean, for Weston.
It's,
What's it replacing?
Once you,
Yeah, what's it replacing?
it's a garrison, raised ranch, about 20,
I didn't like what I saw about
600 square feet.
Well, that doesn't help though.
You know, I
If what
don't-
we approved there is similar and smaller, is there any?
Well, okay.
I
I'm
do
not-
have to agree with him.
Yeah, I have to recuse myself from it, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys.
Dang, I was
I'm
hoping
not
to get some
convinced
hope
that it-
over
I'm
there.
not
on the
convinced-
left
I'm nodding my
side.
head, yes.
I'm not convinced it looks smaller, but sure, fine.
I
You
don't-
did do the ZBA request.
It doesn't look
Yes.
smaller. It looks more fussy and busier.
Yes.
And more broken up and uncoordinated.
Exactly.
That's because the lawyers were giving me design advice.
Kind of like what happened on Old Road, but not that bad.
Now, wait a minute, you're recusing
Yes.
yourself?
Do we need a vote on this?
Yeah, we have to vote to accept the change.
I motion that we accept the change.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Thank you.
But before you leave,
Yes.
Wouldn't you
I'm-
just redesign the whole house? Something good. If you redesigned it in something sort of the same size, it looked small, but wouldn't
What
have
about
to be
making
so
it modern?
chopped up. Yeah, how about
I'd
modern?
love to. When I retire, I'll build one.
so before you leave the house that you built on Pigeon Hill,
Mm.
there's that little shed at the bottom.
Oh,
The
yeah.
garage, yeah. It hasn't,
And we asked you to
Yes.
change the
shingles,
change it to look like the house.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen?
yes, it is gonna happen.
Okay.
When?
Wait, what is this?
When's it gonna happen?
What's the address?
13 Pigeon Hill.
The shed shingles are changing?
I was gonna wait till
The
the
siding,
siding building.
yeah, the
yes,
siding.
like carpenters could just
Oh,
go
so
over
you
and
have
do
some
that.
shingles, is that?
Yeah, the siding was going to change to shingles and
Right,
the
and
trim was
then
going to
the
change
trim
to
gets
match.
changed.
It was all going to change to match the new house.
Right.
And are there any landscape issues left to it?
I don't know that all of the screening get moved. There was some, things were going to be shifting around at the bottom of the site.
Right, there were pines that got transplanted. Some of
That
them,
all
some
happened?
of them, they all did happen. Some
It
of the
did
little ones have died, I think.
Oh.
There are a couple of brown ones that I think I can replace. But yeah.
What about between the two houses, though? Are there any issues left, or?
Oh, a lot of issues, but I haven't heard
I
anything.
don't
I haven't heard anything lately.
remember where every plant was.
I guess we
I
were-
think the neighbor made a plea to you, Val, for me to add more.
That was
Right.
up at the top of the site.
That's what I'm talking
Right.
about.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that one? You said no.
And I said no.
Yeah, and I said that, I
Because
said
I've
I
already
couldn't
done
do any more than ask.
Right, yeah.
So,
Okay. We tried
try.
to get you to add more.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's too late.
You weren't gonna put in the fountain?
Okay,
Sorry.
can we move along?
Okay.
I'm going to go to sleep in a few minutes. I'd rather do it.
This is early, we went another hour last.
I know, that was just beyond the pale. So we're not doing that.
She has a copy, that's all.
I hope everyone's read the certificate of action for 88 American.
Do you understand?
That one, yes, but not the other
I
one.
think you gave me
Great.
the
Lady
stamps.
was a large one and a small one.
Yeah.